going to give you another variation of some things we can play with on the ground here to help prepare our horse, our colt here to be ridden. This is Gasra's 4th day. We just went through some lunge work. Now we're going to do some sideways and show you some variations on some different things you can use. Different things help different horses, and you can do all of these things with all horses, but some things you might do more of it. And we're going to do some side pass, and what we're going to do is start off from the circle. So I'm going to ask him out and around me. And now as he's going, actually I'm going to go the other way so I don't end up in front of the camera. So I'm going to send him off this way. And that's going to take me down the rail this way. So I send him out on the circle, then I go with him to the rail and offering him the feel. And he hasn't been up to all of this stuff up here before, so I'm just allowing him to check it out. But not letting him run me over. Every time he thinks about it, I leave him alone. If he quits thinking about it, then I ask him to step back up again. So there he is, mind left, so now I say, come on, let's stay engaged here. Don't leave me. But if he's thinking about it and wants to be up there, I let him have that. I don't put the pressure on then. I'm just here. I don't want to leave him either. I just don't want to put the pressure. There's mine started leaving, so I ask again. So you're getting to see, some variations here. This would be like introducing him to different obstacles. He sees the tarp there and the ball and stuff, and he's not real sure what it all is. So I give him plenty of time when he's curious to check it out. Let him sniff it, see what he thinks of it all. I'm still here, but I'm not putting any pressure on. Now his mind left, so I'm going to ask him back up again. So I say, I want you up to the fence. Good. If he wants to check the stuff out, I let him check it out. There is mind left. Now I'm going to start taking him into a side pass. And with a side pass, ideally I'd like to see a 45-degree angle with him, and we'll see if we get to that. Right now he's doing more just because he's unsure of this stuff here. And some horses will want to do less. All of those angles are fine. They each just have different effects on the horse. A colt, the 45-degree angles, the midway between, it's just a great place to start because their hind end's far enough away from you so you don't get kicked, but it's easy enough for them to cross over. There. So with what I'm doing is I bring my life up, I get a picture of what it is I'm looking for. I'm looking for him to be at a 45-degree angle. Then my tool shows up and starts asking whatever part of his body is not moving to move. And when I get some crossover, like there, then I let him have it. We don't have to go far. This is his very first time of doing this. So we just get a few steps, leave him alone. Then I can ask again. So I bring my life up, say, let's go. Nice. He's actually checking out the barrels there. So now I'm going to change directions, and there's different ways you can do it, and I'm going to give you the most complicated way starting off. See if you can figure it out. But all I'm going to do is back away from him, down the fence, but slowly coming off the fence, and then I'm going to ask the horse to go between me and the fence. As his hind end goes through, I disengage the hind end, change my stick and lead rope to the opposite hands, and then send his nose back to the fence. And we're set up to go back the other way. And now this is a different side, different eyes, so we help him out again. So the moment he checks out, he's leaning on me, so I get a little firmer. Say, don't push through me. He gave me a couple steps sideways, and I leave him alone. And then I ask again. Yeah. So 1 or 2 steps, and that's good. Then we can move on to more and more steps. And a common mistake that many people do is they get out and they start asking their horse to go, and then their head starts going, and then they pull back on the lead rope. And they say, no, don't go. So your horse is going, I don't know which way to go. So make sure when you ask your horse to go that you don't pull back when they start going. So I'm going to change direction again. I'm going to back away from him, slowly coming off the fence. Ask him to go between me and the fence. When his hind end goes through, I disengage, and then I send the front back to the fence. And now I'm going to ask a little more of him. So here's where people would pull back, and I don't want to pull back, I just want to hold it. If he runs into me, that's one thing. I'm just going to hold that, but I'm not going to pull or jerk on his face. And that's not too bad there. And then I ask again. So make sure you keep the hind end far enough away from you right now so you don't get kicked. And we're just looking for him to get some crossover with that front and the hind. Now, you can do another simpler way of changing direction is just have him turn to you and go all the way back around, and now you're set up to go this way. Now I'm asking more of him, so I maintain a constant speed with my own feet, and it's his job to stay with me. And that was real nice. He actually kept crossing over 3 or 4 steps there while I maintain. That's another mistake most of us make is we speed up, we slow down, and then your horse never knows exactly where he should be. We want to create boundaries for them so they know where to live. Alright, so that gives you some ideas on some sideways, getting your horse prepared with some of that. This is a great suppling exercise. It's also great for a colt, wearing the saddle, because it gets them, when they cross over, they're feeling that saddle in ways that they haven't felt before. So that's real good for them in that way. So hopefully that helps you out. We'll see you next time.